Hola Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for the period of May 24th to May 30th. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM and we can set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Pisces for the period of May 24th to May 30th? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach your higher ground, become closer to universe and closer to divine through your messages? Any messages you have for Pisces will be greatly appreciated, and we thank you. What do you see? What do they need to know for the period of May 24th to May 30th? Can you please show me general energies for Pisces? General energies for Pisces, May 24th to May 30th. We have the Tower card in the reverse. Make sure you click on the Vimeo link below. It will have your love, your career, your finances, and your health in there. In the challenge position, we have the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. In my playlist, 2021 Sun Moon readings, 2022s are coming out midsummer. Also in there, what is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? We have the Eight of Cups in reverse for advice. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. Otherwise, we're going to end on the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, Pisces, it looks like you are in a situation, or you came out of a situation that was very explosive. So there was something that it completely fell apart. Change was necessary. There was no kind of getting around that. Now, whatever it was, however traumatic it was, whatever it was that fell apart, when the Tower card is in reverse, that talks about how it was traumatic and how change had to happen because you needed to radically change your views, your perspective in regards to something. So you'll realize the reason and the purpose after you've come out of it. You didn't understand it while you were in it. You were probably resisting it as much as you could, but once it kind of happened and you come out of it and the dust clears, you say to yourself, oh, I know why that happened, exactly the way that it happened and what its purpose was, because now I see things clearly. Now that the dust is cleared, I've radically changed how I kind of see things, believe in things, my way forward, and what have you. So basically, I mean, the Tower card in reverse is saying that even if there was a really hard time for you to get through, there's goodness that came out of it. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in the upright is in your challenge position, and that's telling me that you're having a hard time kind of working towards something after what's happened. Although you might see the reason, I feel like you're a little bit unenthused about either what you're currently doing or working on yourself, or you could be going back to school, starting a new business, going back to work, anything in regards to that. You really aren't really implementing a plan forward to work towards something to better yourself. Actually, the Eight of Pentacles is about self-improvement or improving your skills, improving your standing in a company. It seems like you're not really into doing that, or you don't want to do the work for that. Be careful that you aren't becoming complacent, or you're becoming a little bit too casual, so to speak. I know sometimes Pisces can get kind of in this creative kind of, zone, but when it comes to actually, putting things into practice, they do tend to get a little bit complacent. So just be careful not to fall into the trappings of that. But one of the reasons why you might not be working towards something is because you aren't really happy about it. So whatever this was here that caused an incredible change, it landed you in something, and you're just kind of like going through the motions, going through the day-to-day, but you don't feel like anything's really coming out of it, or it's not going anywhere. So the advice here is telling you to kind of go back to something that you enjoyed. I mean, the Eight of Cups to me is returning back to where home is. It's returning back to a situation that you could never leave. Why? A lot of these readings I feel like are employment things. I really do. I mean, I think employment or career or what have you, because I feel like you got out of a situation, you knew why it happened the way that it did, but then you're not very enthused about what you landed in. And the advice is to tell you to go back to what you did, but not necessarily that thing, if that makes sense. So go back to something that you're familiar with. Go back to, because the options that are out there really aren't for you, or they aren't fitting, or you aren't feeling quite right. So go back to what you know, what fulfills you, what emotionally fulfills you, I feel like. Now, the Knight of Pentacles shows you moving forward with that strategy in mind, I feel like. I think you're kind of realizing what the situation you landed in really isn't working for you. So you're being very careful and cautious, surveying, you know, what's out there and then figuring out what's your plan going to be to kind of make that happen. You might be very tentative about going back to something in your past. So you might be holding off for a little bit, wondering if the risk is going to pay off in you doing so. So I usually don't encourage people to go into the past. And I'm not going to say the past. I'm going to say go back to something that's familiar to you, something that is very comfortable to you, okay? Because I feel like whatever you're in right now isn't very comfortable for whatever reason. Why are these cards before me for Pisces? Who are these people? What are these energies, additional messages for the cards that lay before me for Pisces from May 24th to the 30th, starting with the Tower card in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Yeah, whatever happened forced you to move away. And it actually pushed you into change. I don't think you would have moved away if you weren't forced to do so, okay? So that was really the purpose that came out of whatever it was. And like I said, while it was happening, you were like, no, I don't want this to happen. I don't want things to change. But it was going to happen whether you liked it or not. You moved away. It forced you to kind of get to a better place. It forced you to kind of push boundaries, push envelopes that you wouldn't have before. So it really did end up being purposeful. I'm not going to say necessarily a good thing, but it was purposeful. I think you would have stayed in it longer than you needed to. Yeah, but whatever you landed in, here we are again. I mean, we have the Star card in reverse, which is the card of Aquarius, and that's a card of just not feeling engaged or inspired in the situation that you're in, not feeling like you're a star, not feeling like you're the shining star, you know, that you should be, that you're not receiving all the blessings that the universe, you know, has for you. So really kind of disengaged with what you're doing. You know, it's really not, it's just, like I said, you're just kind of going through the motions. So you got out of one situation, got pushed into another. I almost feel like this situation that you landed yourself in is transitory. It's meant to just be a stepping stone for something else. So, I mean, that's going to apply to the story, however, and maybe you need to have that experience to go back to something to know where you fit in. Why is the Eight of Cups here in reverse? Who's this person? What's this energy? Yeah, they say go back to something that really worked for you. Page of Pentacles in the upright. Either go back to school, go back and start a new business, go back to, I mean, this is really about the beginning of something that really worked for you. But I feel like it's something very familiar to you. It's something that you know, you're very seasoned at, and I think you can make it work again. You can kind of plant a seed and kind of make that kind of happen instead of kind of staying whatever, you know. I feel like, you know, you blow a dandelion and those little things are carried by the wind and then you landed on something, but that's not really where you should be. And then another current wind kind of comes along and picks it up and moves it elsewhere. I think that elsewhere is where you belong. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here in the upright? Okay, we had the Queen of Swords in the upright. So, I mean, not only are you looking ahead and trying to figure out, okay, you know, I know where I belong now, how am I going to go about it? But the Queen of Swords is saying, this is your truth. This is where you belong. This is your authenticity here. This is your authentic self that you should be moving towards. The Queen of Swords is very wise, very intelligent when it comes to a direction to move in. She's pointing out, like, forward, like, yeah, go ahead, see the bigger picture here, see where you belong, and then step into that because it really is your truth. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email or a DM, then we'll set that up. Check out my playlist. In there are my 2021 Sun Moon predictions. 2022's will be out midsummer. In my playlist, also in my playlist, I have what is your ideal career based on your midheaven? What is your compatibility with your partner's sun sign? Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, or donate. Otherwise, I'll see you in the Vimeo. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.